I had a question that wouldn't leave me alone. Can you choose who you become? Not in the self-help way, not believe in yourself and anything is possible. I mean scientifically, measurably. Can a human being actually delete their identity and install a new one? Because if paper number 2 is right, if your identity is just code someone else wrote, then the next question is obvious. Can you rewrite it? So I went looking, and what I found broke my brain. In 2019, a team at McMaster University put trained actors into an fMRI machine and asked them to answer questions two ways, as themselves and as a character. Here's what happened. When the actors performed in character, the brain regions responsible for self-identity, the dorsomedial and ventromedial prefrontal cortex, deactivated. Not suppressed, not dimmed, deactivated. The neural signature of you switched off. A second study at UCL in 2022 confirmed it. Actors' brains literally suppress their own name recognition while performing. The researchers called it a loss of self. Read that again. Your brain has a self-processing system that runs roughly 50% of your waking hours. It's called the default mode network, and its primary job is running simulations of who you are. Your identity, your story, your code, and it has an off switch. The actors found it by becoming someone else. Now here's where it gets wild. You don't need an fMRI machine or a theater degree. You don't even need to be good at acting. You just need a label. Researchers Brian, Walton, and Dweck ran a voting study. One group was asked, how important is it to you to vote? The other was asked, how important is it to you to be a voter? One word, noun instead of verb. The voter group showed an 11 to 14 point increase in actual turnout, not intention, actual behavior. Changing what people called themselves changed what they did. Adam and Galinsky took it further. They gave participants a white lab coat. Told one group it was a doctor's coat, told the other it was a painter's coat. Same coat, same fabric, same test. The doctor's coat group made half the errors on attention tasks. Half. The story you tell yourself about who you are, even if you just started telling it 5 minutes ago, physically changes how your brain performs. Now here's where I started losing my mind. Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players who ever lived, told performance coach Todd Herman something most people don't know. In 2003, Kobe was at his lowest point. His public identity was destroyed, so he deleted it. He watched Kill Bill, became fascinated by the cold, relentless assassin, and created the Black Mamba. Not a nickname, a character. A separate identity he activated every time he stepped on the court. The name Kobe Bryant evoked such a negative emotion, he said. So he stopped being Kobe Bryant during games. He became something else. What followed? 62 points against the Mavericks, then 81 against the Raptors, the greatest scoring stretch in modern basketball. Bo Jackson did it too. He told Herman directly. Bo Jackson never played a down of football in his life. As a kid, Bo had rage issues that got him in constant trouble. Then he watched Friday the 13th and decided to become Jason Voorhees on the field. Cold, emotionless, relentless. The character transformed his game. Beyoncé created Sasha Fierce, triggered by stilettos and opening chords. When you put on the wig and the clothes, you walk different. David Bowie created Ziggy Stardust, an alien rock star delivering messages before the apocalypse. Then Ziggy consumed him. David Bowie went totally out the window, he said. He had to publicly kill the character to get himself back. Eminem created Slim Shady after his album Infinite flopped. Slim was everything Marshall Mathers couldn't say. The result? Best rap album at the Grammys. These aren't gimmicks. These are identity rewrites. And the science says the mechanism is real. In 2017, researchers ran a study on 180 children. They gave them a boring, repetitive task with a video game sitting right there as temptation. 3 groups. First group asked themselves, am I working hard? Second group used their own name. Is Emma working hard? Third group pretended to be Batman or Dora the Explorer. Is Batman working hard? The Batman group crushed it. Highest perseverance, best executive function, by a significant margin. They called it the Batman effect, and it works for the same reason the fMRI studies work. The character creates psychological distance. When you're Batman, the hard thing isn't happening to you. It's happening to Batman. And Batman doesn't quit. But here's the data point that stopped me cold. Pasquale Leone ran a study where one group physically practiced piano for 5 days and another group only imagined practicing. Same piece, same duration. When they scanned both groups' brains, the motor cortex expansion was nearly identical. Your brain cannot tell the difference between doing something and vividly imagining it. Then there's the hotel maid study. They told one group of hotel maids that their daily work qualified as exercise, told the other group nothing, same job, same physical activity. 4 weeks later, the informed group lost weight, lowered blood pressure, and reduced body fat. The other group, doing the same work, changed nothing. The only variable was belief. The only thing that changed was the story. So let me put this together. Your brain has a self-identity system that runs half your waking life. Neuroscience says it can be deactivated by adopting a character. A single identity label, one word, changes measurable behavior. A lab coat changes cognitive performance depending on the story attached to it. Children perform better as Batman than as themselves. Athletes rewrite careers by creating alter egos. Your motor cortex can't tell real practice from imagined practice. And hotel maids lose weight from belief alone. This isn't self-help. This is neuroscience, cognitive psychology, and behavioral science all pointing at the same conclusion. Identity is code, and code can be rewritten.